Welcome to the BEASTwriter family, where social media engagement is encouraged. I am your host, Ryan Sakamoto. We are back covering college football. If you guys don't know what's going on inside college football, today is obviously Saturday. College football games are usually played on Saturdays. And for the first time, they're having a bye week with the NFL. Thanks to my boy Jeff for releasing that information to me and relating it to me. And we are on the go covering college football because you guys know I cover all 32 as well as college football. If you guys follow me on Twitter, I went ahead and broke down my game grades as to the top college prospects coming out of the 2022 NFL draft. So speaking of the Alabama Roll Tide Roll, they're up 7-0. And again, there's some differences when it comes to the Miami Hurricanes, for instance. Like we had my man AJ Highsmith, who played for the Hurricanes, who is now a Bill scout. Formerly, he was with the 49ers as a scout. He played for University of Miami. I also tweeted some stuff as I cover all 32. I actually brought up Quincy Roche. If you guys don't know who Quincy Roche is a defensive end / outside linebacker, which in the early 90s or late 90s, early 2000s, you would label as a tweener. And he's basically what's considered an edge in today's lingo. And he was released or I should say he was waived because he has less than 4 years vested in the NFL. He was waived by the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I tweeted this out. I say he's going to get coached up and picked up by another NFL team. He's going to get claimed right away. And with the 11th waiver wire claim selection, the New York Giants snatched him up. So now you have Azeez Ojulari out of Georgia there, and now you have Quincy Roche, two top-tier edge rushers in the 2021 NFL draft class. Now, as we talk about enrolling into the 2022 NFL draft class, we have Bryce Young, the quarterback here for the Alabama Roll Tide Roll. I'm a huge Alabama Roll Tide Roll fan. If you guys haven't noticed by now, it's all in my bio. Obviously, I already talked about my backstory on that. Obviously, Najee Harris coming from the South Bay Area, and or I should say Bay Area, coming at it, Antioch, and he is a player that I absolutely love. Obviously, watched Alabama as a kid growing up. When my when my uncle was dealing with ALS, there was not much going on. We were always at the house and always there. And the games that were as a kid, we didn't know what to do. So we were just watching football games, and Alabama just seemed to be the team that we're watching. So Alabama, that's why I have a ties to the Roll Tide Roll. And here is Robinson. All right, so I'm in the dream, says Hi Beast. What's going on? I'm in. I see you on our Discord. And again, we're just going to hype up the Discord because we have exclusive content found nowhere else on the web. What do I mean by that? Well, for instance, I tweeted something out, a teaser, that Kyle Shanahan was eating at a restaurant last night. I have the picture. I have the video footage. It is up on Discord. So if you guys aren't on Discord, be sure to go ahead and do that. And join us on Discord. It's right here. You see that banner? Just go to Discord. It's just like any free social media platform that you're on, whether it be Twitter, whether it be YouTube, whether it be Twitch, whether it be Instagram, whether it be Facebook. It's just another platform. And again, whenever I am not curating NFL content or college content up on the social media platforms, you guys can head over to the Discord and we can have a strong social media engagement community, Q&A. You can ask questions. We can also talk to other BWF family members, and we can just keep the good vibes rolling, Roll Tide Roll, in between posting contented videos. Makes sense? Makes sense. All right. So Bryce Young here is in the house. Look at him just scrambling, throwing on the run, and he does a very smart move. He throws out of bounds. And again, if you guys are watching the Alabama Roll Tide Roll game versus the Miami Hurricanes, I'm a little bit laggy, I guess you would say, because the YouTube TV is like a minute delay. Like it's not even like a 2-minute delay. 30-second delay. It's like a minute to 2-minute delay. So it's pretty bad. So you guys will see things before me, kind of playing the role of Nostradamus, if you will, because you'll get it before me. So here I am. For instance, it's 3rd and 13. The play hasn't even snapped yet, but it's going to unfold right here. And What's good about this, though, is you can see my analysis in real time on my end, even though it's hindsight in your end. All right, that was a forced pass in triple coverage by Bryce Young, and I don't like that move. I don't like that play. I think he just should throw it out of bounds, but he knew it was 3rd and 13. He's like, you know what? This is a money down. I'm going to try to force it in there anyways. We are threatening the Miami Hurricanes, and right now, I think I want to go ahead and just rifle it in. I trust my arm more than I trust the defensive backs in triple coverage. That was a horrible play by Bryce Young. That could have ended badly for them, and it could have ended a scoring drive, potentially on this field goal. So, yeah, a lot of stuff going on here as it pertains to college football. All right. Here we go on Streamlabs, StreamYard, Twitch TV, YouTube. We are all in here. Good vibes only here in the BEASTwriter family. All right. So, let's go ahead and just touch base on it as we go into commercial. Let's touch base on some of the players to watch. Again, I already talked about this in earlier live streams and in other videos. If you follow me on Twitter, you will know that I already said that my top edge rusher in the entire FBS college football, doesn't matter what conference you come out of, it's Will Anderson, and he's only a sophomore. He had 7 sacks last season, which ranked 3rd in the SEC. And in my grading system, he is by far the most NFL ready. The funny thing about this is he's only a true freshman last year coming in. Now he's obviously a sophomore, but he's not even eligible to be eligible for the 2022 NFL draft. And Will Anderson, number 31, again, I don't care what Kayvon Thibodeau brings to the table out of Oregon. I know Mel Kiper already went on record saying that's the top edge rusher in this year's draft class, which may be true because the physical traits are there. I compare him to Chandler Jones and Danielle Hunter. I'm putting this out there before anyone else, so that's my comparison. And if someone else says it, credit me because I just said it right now. Here we are on September 4th, 2021. But Kayvon Thibodeau, I have game grades on him. I'm not so high on Kayvon Thibodeau other than that he brings a pass rushing presence. He still has some run fit integrity that he needs to work on. I think he is best suited to be in a 34 outside linebacker position, 4-3 defensive end position. He does need to add some bulk to his frame. So that's one player that I can see really making a splash, right, from a pass rushing standpoint. But again, in my grading system, I really put high regard on being not just simply a one-trick pony. You have to be able to be stout against the run as well, right? And all these numbers, all these box scores that you read, and I always say, don't be a box score reader. And the reason why majority of people are box score readers is because they don't know what to look for. Just no, sorry, not sorry. That's just kind of how it is. It's like, oh, I don't know what to look for, but this guy had 15 sacks, so he must be good. No, bro. Not necessarily. Rolls Royce says, what is up, B? Seriously, Canes playing on their heels. As a Canes fan myself, I'm sick of this team playing scared. They need to play with the confidence. I get it. I get it, bro. I get it. I get what you're saying, and I agree with you. And how we're going to do these watch party live streams, I'm going to cover every San Francisco 49ers football game live stream. I'm not going to be at Levi Stadium up in the press box. I'm going to be right here with you. Now, I could get press box credentials. I'm pretty sure I can go ahead and do that if I reach out to the PR department. Obviously, they know who I am. My stuff is actually still in the media workroom, like my personal belongings. So, goes without saying, yes. But I like doing this from the comfort of my own home because I've been doing it for, what, eight years now. And to me, it's almost like, I've been there, done that. Like, to other people, it's like a dream job. To me, it's almost like, people always said, even when it was a dream job, like, it's a cool job. Like, it's a cool job. I'm not saying it's not a cool job. It's really cool to be in the press box. I mean, who can say they go in the press box, go to work in the morning, go to the press box, have 24/7 access to the stadium because your office is there. You actually have a key card. You don't have to be escorted in. You can go anytime you want. Like, yeah, that's awesome. But like I said, been there, done that. So I like doing this now because who doesn't like waking up, working from home, and then taking your pre-workout so now you can go to the gym. Building up your brand the way you want to build up your brand. Going against the grain, doing what other people well, hold on. Here we go. They're showing highlights of Penn State and Wisconsin. That game was horrible. You guys watched the Penn State-Wisconsin game? Holy cow. Speaking of Penn State, Micah Parsons, my defensive rookie of the year prediction. Rolls Royce talking about the Miami Hurricanes. Miami Hurricanes, I was a huge fan of them growing up, as well as Alabama Roll Tide Roll, simply because of my cousin. He had a starter jacket with the Miami Hurricanes. Was it that duck? It's a duck, right? Whatever. I think it's a duck. The old duck. I think it's a duck, right? Is the Miami Hurricane a duck? Or the mascot's a duck? Anyways, whatever that mascot is, that was on the black jacket. And I was like, that's dope. That's dope. And then you see players like, who came out of the University of Miami, right? You look at guys like, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, Ed Reed, Ray Lewis. Obviously, you have guys like Mike Rumpf. You have guys like, who else came out of the University of Miami? Cortez Kennedy, if I'm not mistaken. Did he come out of University of Miami? Or did he play for Washington? Can't remember. No, you know what? I'm thinking of, not Cortez Kennedy. I'm thinking of Russell Maryland. No, Russell Maryland came out of, what did Russell Maryland play at? I thought he played at or did he play for USC? I can't remember. Anyways, a lot of good players out of University of Miami. A lot of good players. Who else? Who else came out with that played for the New York Jets? We have guys like Santana Moss. Santana Moss came out of that school. A lot of good players came out of the University of Miami. Michael Irvin obviously came out of the University of Miami. So yeah, Hurricanes are legit. Hurricanes are legit. Don Lovato says, "Hola, Beast. How are you doing? I see you. I see you. Oh, we got my man Duke of Ook. Duke of Ook, BYT. Go follow my man Duke of Ook on his Twitch. The guy is amazing, does good work. And if you want to learn how to play the ukulele, or if you just want to follow a good guy, follow Duke of Uke BYT. All right. We have a lot of stuff to talk about, guys. I'm telling you right now. And people want to know, hey, what are you taking for your pre-workout? Well, you guys know I'm back on prep. Just so you guys know, I'm an NPC IFBB, as you can see here. Sacramento champion right here, where I won my show. Right here. You see these medals? Cool story, bro. No, I'm all joking aside. But no, people were asking me when I go to the gym, like, what's NPC IFBB? Well, NPC stands for National Physique Committee. IFB stands for International Fitness Bodybuilder. So yes, I do bodybuild. So if you guys are on Twitch and you guys are wondering what the heck BEASTwriter is about, well, it's football and fitness. That's what we do here in the BEASTwriter family. And again, it's all about the good vibes only, where we cover all 32 NFL teams. We now cover college football as well. And then we also talk about our fitness gains. So any advice that you want. And again, I'm not a dietary registered nutritionist or anything like that, but I can tell you what works for me and what doesn't work for me. Now, everybody's body operates differently. I don't know your medical history. I don't know your family history. You can go to the doctors and see that side of it and kind of gain some knowledge there and what obviously the doctor's recommendations are, because they're going to know best. But at the end of the day, yeah, I can provide supplements because I'm sponsored by a supplement company called Evogen Nutrition. If you don't know, Evogen Nutrition on Team Evogen, also part of Team Ventura. If you guys know who Omar Ventura is, go ahead and check him out. His name's Omar V33. Checking out my boy, my coach, as we ring in the new year. Well, for me, it's the new year because COVID just opened up, so I can really get my pump in now. And with SIP being lifted up, we are able to get our gains in. So I'm part of Team Ventura, for those who don't know, based right here in the South Bay, San Jose area. And Omar V33, if you guys don't know, you guys probably know who he is. If you guys don't, though, for a lot of you guys, he is basically, in my opinion, I mean, equivalent to like a Kyle Shanahan, right? He's known, like he wins, right? Actually better than Kyle Shanahan because he has Olympians on his team. He has Olympians who won Mr. Olympia. We have Lucky Libra, right? We have guys like Raymond Edmonds. So we have guys on the team who are actually killing it. And these are the guys that you see on TV, on stage, and that's what I compete in, NPC IFBB. So if you guys want to know exactly what I have to say about my fitness gains, I'm going to get my workout in. I'm actually taking a pre-workout right now. Basically, it's a powder form drink that you take. Usually it contains caffeine, but then there's also things in it that really has certain ingredients, and you have to really look at the label because it's not FDA approved. Any type of supplements are not FDA approved. So that's when you see NFL players being tested for PEDs, performance enhancing drugs, that, and say they don't know what's in it. Well, that's on the player. And I'll tell you why, because I know what some of the players take because I'm with them when they go and take it. But a lot of stuff is banned. Like a lot of the stuff, such as Adderall, it's a banned substance. You can't just take Adderall and then think that it's okay. That's a performance enhancing drug because it enhances your memory, your mental focus, and so forth. So that would be considered illegal. Things like testosterone boosters, right? Depending on what's on the testosterone boosters. Like I take testosterone boosters every morning, but some of the ingredients in testosterone boosters could be a banned substance, even though it's an over-the-counter supplement. You can buy it on the store. You can go to your local GNC down the street. You can go to the vitamin shop down the street, and it would be considered a banned substance by the NFL. And every player, every rookie, when they go into the NFL, as we talk about the game right here, just let me go ahead and get this playoff. It's just a run up the middle, not much going on. So, anytime a player comes into the league, they get a list by the NFLPA. The NFLPA stands for the NFL Players Association. They get a list of banned substances, what you can take, what you can't take. And I think it's funny when people use that. I didn't know. I didn't know what I was taking. It must have been something I took. No, bro, you do know. You do know what you put in body. And if you don't, that's your own responsibility because your body is your temple. So I don't know. Don Lovato says, your Spanish is good. Beast, props to you, brother. Thank you. I think it's okay. It's decent. I did go to San Diego State, so I had to learn some Spanish. My sister's actually fluent in Spanish, and I wish I was because I think if I could talk in Spanish, I would have a lot more followers. Or if I could talk in Japanese or Chinese or something. I only know words here and there. I can get by. But as far as holding a conversation, that's a different story. That is a different story, guys. All right, so here we go. They keep showing Bryce Young's family. Right? And Bryce Young, to me, he's going to be a beast. Coming out of California, I believe he played at Mater Dei. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he's a player who I'm really have really high hopes on. I do like Evan Neal. If you guys watch the blindside left tackle, Evan Neal, and if you have been keeping up with my Twitter receipts and YouTube receipts, you will know that Evan Neal is my top-rated interior offensive guard / offensive tackle in the upcoming NFL draft. And I am going to tell you why, right? What I see in Evan Neal's game, I have game grades on him. You guys know I run game grades. Just let me pull it up for you in the Dirty Archives here in the BEASTwriter family because I got you covered. I got you covered in more ways than one because that's how we do it here in the BEASTwriter family. And it's funny how people just chime in and then they lurk. There's a lot of lurkers that we've noticed here on YouTube and Twitch. A lot of people lurking. Like they want to, they support you, but they really don't support you, or they'll slide in your DM on Twitter, but then won't acknowledge you publicly. I think that's funny. It's kind of obvious. Anyways, it's just, I think it's hilarious. It's like, why don't you just acknowledge me or say what's up? And then it's like, why do you have to be discreet about everything? All right, so let's talk about Evan Neal, the blindside left tackle, and what he brings to the table, right? So a little background on Evan Neal. Evan Neal, if you guys don't know, he's number 73 right now. He's protecting Bryce Young's blind side. And watch how he really just neutralizes the edge rusher. And you'll notice that by his angle sets, his jump sets, and the way he sets up his pass pro. He does it depending very strategically based on the player he's going up against. So right now on this play, look at that. He just gets beat right there. Here I am giving you praise, Evan Neal, and you were just overextending. And that's one of the things with Evan Neal's game that I saw. All right, this is my analysis when it comes to Evan Neal, the blindside left tackle number 73, who just got beat off the edge, right? And again, I'm a little bit behind here because I'm on YouTube TV, but that allowed Bryce Young to scramble outside the pocket to the right side and was not a very smart play by Evan Neal. That was on him. All right, so my analysis on Evan Neal is a strong offensive line at point of attack. Neal does a good job of using his massive frame to blow defensive linemen off their spot. but he's not as fundamentally sound as I would like due to often overextending, giving up contact balance and point of attack, which leads to missed blocked assignments. But the traits are there for him to be a Pro Bowl type offensive guard in the NFL under a power run scheme if he can clean up that with good coaching. So again, I view Evan Neal more as an interior guard, not so much as an offensive tackle. Now, he will be drafted as an offensive tackle. Why? Because he's protecting the blind side, and he's not going to be moved off that spot. You can bet your top dollar on that. And he played right tackle last year, replacing Jedrick Wills before the year before that. In his freshman year, he was an interior guard. All right, so this is what I saw from Evan Neal. Okay, his weakness in the run game, right? Let's talk about Evan Neal's weakness in the run game based on my notes and based on my scouting report. It's his inability to get out in space and hit the second level. That is something with Evan Neal that he won't be able to do, which is why he's more tailor-made for a power-based run scheme, like a team like the Baltimore Ravens or the Pittsburgh Steelers in the AFC North, right? You're not going to see him go vertical or get vertical. You don't expect him to do that because a guy with that massive size of a frame, you just don't expect a guy to move out in space and hit that second level with ease, because if he was able to do that, then you're talking about top 5 talent, right? And I don't see Evan Neal being a top 5 talent. All right. So with that being said, he's also slow to react, right? And he doesn't finish the block when he does climb downhill. So even when he does get to that spot, the linebackers can just leak right by him. And 9 times out of 10, he's not going to be able to make that block on that second level backer. So with that being said, Evan Neal does have his downfalls. He is what I like to call scheme dependent. He's not scheme universal. And Evan Neal, the blindside left tackle for Alabama Roll Tide Roll, is considered a first-round talent. He will definitely be the first offensive tackle or offensive lineman off the board, because I don't see anyone who's better than him. I don't know offensive lineman who's better than Evan Neal. Playing in the Power 5 conference, he started at interior guard, moved to the right side to kick outside to right tackle, replacing Jedrick Wills, who was drafted by the Cleveland Browns, and then now is taking over the blindside left tackle position, replacing Alex Leatherwood. So he's replacing first-round talent. And if you're a scout and you're looking at this and you're wondering how good Evan Neal can really be, where you're getting a taste of it at every single position, whether it be interior guard or offensive tackle on the right side or the blind side. So now you get a body of work to pull from and say, you know what, it doesn't matter if this guy's strictly on the right side because he can play the left side. Now, so there's some tackles who can't do that. They're just strictly a left tackle or strictly a right tackle. Right tackle Mike McGlinchey, strictly a right tackle. When I asked Kyle Shanahan if he can play left tackle, right? He's like, no, he's strictly a right tackle. I'm like, okay, fair enough. So that's why when Joe Staley retired, McGlinchey still played right tackle. And then they brought in Trent Williams. So there's that. If you were to ask me, now I know Evan Neal probably will go inside the top 10 somewhere because offensive linemen come at a premium and he can be very versatile in a power-based run scheme. For me, if he can clean up his run versus pass and being able to hit that second level, then he would be considered a top 10 pick in my grading system. But other than that, I see him going valued in the 17 to 25 range today. That's just where I see him at, 17 to 25 range today. And my predicted height, weight, speed, because again, college players and the college websites always balloon their guys' numbers. I think he's anywhere from 6'5 to 6'6", weighing about 332 pounds, somewhere around there. So 6'5", 6'6", in the 332-pound range. All right, I hope this makes sense for you guys. Angel says, yes, good vibes are universal. Yep, they are. They are. All right. Thank you so much, Angel SMC, for joining us today. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's okay if you can't speak sports. Angel says, I can't speak sports. All good. All good. Don Lovato, let's give Angel SMC 33, excuse me, Angel SMC 33. Let's give him a shout out. Follow Angel SMC 33. Thank you so much. I'm mahalo for the love and the good vibes only here in the BEASTwriter family. All right. Don Lovato says, how do you feel about the Pac-12 merger with the Big Ten, ACC? And so I like it. I like it. Hey, more money. And if you're if you're a talent evaluator or if you're some type of a scout, you're going to want to see those types of players going head to head. And there's Ed Reed. There you go. Here's Ed Reed on the bench. All right, it's 10-0. Let's get back to the game. 10-0. Roll Tide roll up. And again, it's a little bit laggy because I'm on YouTube TV, so about a minute behind. And that was just a bad pass. I mean, John Mechie didn't really gain separation at the top of the route there. And John Mechie, the third, again, kind of in the same shoes as Devontae Smith was, right? When you guys had, when the Roll Tide roll had guys like Jalen Waddle, right, who was a third wide receiver, but he also had Devontae Smith, right? But even before that, you guys got to remember Jerry Jeudy, Henry Ruggs, right? And then it was Devonta Smith. That's what it was in 2019, right? Devonta Smith was the third option in 2019. And again, I follow college football dating back to my days with Hot Mike, and I would cover these games on Saturday, every single Saturday. And look, they're talking about Evan Neal right here. And look at what he's doing, all right? So this is cool, right? That's really cool. That shows what? What is this showing the scouts? It's showing the scouts that he has great contact balance. So what you're seeing there on that film clip of Evan Neal, which is trending and going viral, is now he's not 350 pounds. I'll tell you that right now. He's not 6'7", 350. All right, that's a bad. He's more in the 330 range, okay? But what you see from Evan Neal is you see a guy who can really move in space when he's locked inside the tackle box. Now, when he goes outside the tackle box and travels outside trying to hit that second level, that's when he has problems. So he has good contact balance. He's going to be listed as an offensive tackle, but I like to see him more as an interior offensive guard in a power-based run scheme. I think he'd be perfect for the Steelers. Steelers can use him, team up with Kevin Dotson inside an interior guard. Team up Dan Moore, be good to go. All right. He's not 350. The announcers I keep saying that he's 350. He's not. He's more in the 330 range. I can tell. This is what I do. He's not 350. He's about 330. 350, man. You're looking at there's no way he's 350. Why? And again, whether you play high school, whether you play college football, they always balloon your stat line. I remember in high school, I was listed at 5'8", and I'm like, dude, they're not going to go back. Well, in cleats are 5'8". I'm like, okay, cool. 160 pounds. Nah, bro, I'm like 125. Not 160, I'm 125, bro. All right. So, yeah, check out. Let's go. Check out CMC33, Angel_CMC33. Check them out. Check them out. Check them out. All right. The Roll Tide roll are threatening. And this is what I want to see. I want to see Robinson get the carries right here inside the 10. Touchdown. Here we go. All right. The Roll Tide roll is just running away with this game. And Cameron Latu scores the 9-yard touchdown. To be honest with you, I don't know who Cameron Latu is. I should know probably, but I don't know who Cameron I don't know. Now I have to know. Look at the Alabama Roll Tide roll fans behind them. They're like, yeah, this is just another game. Like, they're not even like, oh, yeah, we kind of expected that. We kind of expected to score a touchdown there. University of Miami, I feel like, yeah, they're ranked 14th overall, but they've been a team that, man, I just had high hopes for Miami Hurricanes year in and year out because of the Miami Hurricanes, man. You want to see them do well. But ultimately, I don't know. All right, so it's 17-0. Roll Tide roll is up. And that was a nice play by Bryce Young in that RPO. This is a run pass option here. All right, boom. And the defensive back, number 4 for the Miami Hurricanes, bit on that play fake, giving up inside leverage to Cameron Latu on that touchdown pass down the seams. It wasn't even a post. It was just a skinny post where he just ran exactly down the seams, and boom, the ball is there. And again, this is what you want to see in my analysis is I'm going to be breaking it down brick by brick. And again, If you haven't joined us on Discord, please do so. If you guys want to know what Kyle Shanahan ate for dinner last night, random stuff like that, it's in Discord. I got it. I got footage. I got pictures. I got it all for you. It's on Discord. So be sure to go to Discord and see what all the hype is about and see what Kyle Shanahan was eating. I mean, don't you want to know what he was eating last night? I mean, it's kind of weird, right? Like, what was he eating? Like, what does he eat, right? What does Kyle Shanahan eat? Does he work out? And if he does, what is he eating for his post-workout gains? All right. So, again, we are on Discord, and we're going to be launching a huge announcement here. We're going to be launching BEASTwriter Plus. All right. It's similar to ESPN Plus and Disney Plus. BEASTwriter Plus is just another way for us to really up the ante with your exclusive content found nowhere else on the web here in the BWF BEASTwriter family. It's a paid subscription-based model where for a monthly subscription or a yearly subscription, you'll get a discounted rate there if you pay yearly, obviously. But for X amount of dollars, we haven't set the price range yet, but you'll get the BEASTwriter Plus exclusive content found nowhere else on the web. And why should you be paying for this BEASTwriter Plus membership? I'm going to explain to you why. One, because it's BEASTwriter. No, I'm joking. But all seriousness, I started a blog. All right. I started a blog, and it's a paid monthly subscription, kind of like how The Athletic uses it. And what I'm going to be doing is I'll be breaking down game film. I'll be releasing my Monday morning quarterback. So everything that I had to say on the Friday previously talking about the team, I'm going to go ahead and break down the results in hindsight. If I was right, if I was wrong, I'm going to be my own judge on that. And you guys will too, because you guys will see what I had to say. I can't say I said it and didn't say it, or vice versa. So Monday morning quarterback. Tuesday will be a day to really kind of be like telling you guys exactly what's going to happen for the upcoming games ahead. Talk about some college football, maybe mix in some game grades that I get from the coaches film on Wednesday. So we're going to be talking about that. So throughout the week, just that portion of it, that will be on the BEASTwriter Plus newsletter. So again, I'm going to be launching the BEASTwriter Plus newsletter, and it's a monthly subscription. Right now, it's free. It's free for you guys right now. But we are going to capture that audience. We are going to lock it in. And I'm going to be providing my prop bets as well for legalized gambling, as well as any fantasy football advice. So all these things are lockstepped into one in that BEASTwriter Plus membership. And again, for a certain fee, like let's say it's $9.99, $9.99, this is the cost of what? A coffee, a venti coffee at Starbucks. You will be able to get all that exclusive insight. And again, if you're in the BEASTwriter Plus family, we can also do cool giveaways. So as you guys know, on Discord, if you follow me on Discord, which is why you shouldn't be why should you not follow me on Discord? Well, there's no reason for you not to, because if you don't follow me on Discord, you won't be entered for my season tickets to the Niner games. Yes, I have season tickets, and I'm not talking about nosebleed tickets. I'm talking about tickets in section 134 on the 49ers sideline in the shaded side right there on the field. You're literally 31 rows from the field. All right, on the Niners sideline in the shaded area right next to the $80,000 seats. Not joking. And if you're a Niner fan and you want to go to these games for free, I got you covered. They're my tickets, and I do this every single year. So join us on Discord, because that's just another perk for you to be in that exclusive giveaway if you're part of the BEASTwriter Plus family on Discord. So again, we're just really trying to do things for you guys. And again, the more we grow, the more you grow, right? This is all for you at the end of the day. Here I am on a Saturday. I mean, I could be just sleeping right now. I could be doing other things, other things, BEASTwriter things, BEASTwriter things, and I'm here with you, right? Like I could be getting my workout in right now, right? As I take my pre-workout, but I'm here spending time with all of you guys because I really enjoy it and I'm really passionate about what I'm doing. But at the end of the day, let's be honest about it, right? If I'm going to be doing this as my 9 to 5, we have to kind of make it work for all parties involved. Like there has to be some kind of mutual interest. And so that's what we're doing. We're starting the BEASTwriter Plus category because we know exactly what we're trying to build up. And we have a great team of moderators who are in the BEASTwriter family on the back end and on the front end, helping me out with ideas and formulating our game plan to see how we can best build up the BWF organically. That's the one thing that we want to do. We want to strive for. And again, what separates BEASTwriter family from everyone else? Well, it's the good vibes only, right? We're not here to troll one fan base over the other. We cover all 32 here. There is no discrimination. And the moment you troll another fan base is the moment you're gone. That's not what we're about. If you want to do that, go to another social media platform, bro. Like, that's not how we do it here. And I think it's hilarious when people try to outdo one another instead of just listening and really backing up their disagreements or their discussion with facts. Like, if you can't back it up with factual information, then what basis do you have challenging that information in the first place? You just don't. There's no basis for it. So that's why, again, in the BEASTwriter family, the competitive advantage is the good vibes only. Social media engagement is encouraged, but we're doing it the right way, right? And that's why I think, well, let's just say it. That's why ESPN can hop on our show, right? That's why NFL Network hops on our show. Guys who work for those respective networks hop on our show, right? And then you wonder why they're not hopping on other people's show. Well, the proof is in the pudding, right? And it's all about the good vibes only, and it's all about bringing the best content found nowhere else on the web. I would like to think that people take me seriously. I have my own game grading system, which I'm going to release if you're a BEASTwriter Plus member. If you want fantasy football advice, like who to start, who to sit, I will be answering that in the BEASTwriter Plus membership. If you want fitness gains, if you have fitness advice, what to eat, what not to eat, what times of foods you should be taking, I will answer that in the BEASTwriter Plus membership. And if you're watching this live stream on YouTube, you're going to want to subscribe to the BEASTwriter Plus membership, because again, what we're doing is, as we grow and we're expanding and we're growing pretty freaking quick, I'm not going to sit here and lie, we are growing really fast. You're going to want to have or know what I had to say, because if you didn't, you wouldn't be here in the first place. Let's be honest about it. You wouldn't be here on a Saturday watching this, or you wouldn't be subscribed to me or following me on your respective social media platforms if you didn't want to know what I had to say and get the layer, what I like to say, right? Peeling back layers of the onion to really get to the core. So I'm doing this all for you. Yes, is it costing me a lot of money? Yes. But at the end of the day, I think in the when I talk about instant gratification versus long-term gains, the long-term game here is we're going to make it. We're going to be fine. And once it blows up, which it's already trending that way, it's going to be, we're just going to capture that audience. And whoever's in the BEASTwriter Plus family, you guys will be the day ones, A1s, and you guys will be rewarded as such. We're going to keep track of everybody who subscribes to the BEASTwriter Plus family. The BEASTwriter Plus membership, monthly membership. And again, it's $9.99. It's not that expensive. Like $9.99, honestly, is not that expensive for a membership. Like, that's like a venti frappuccino at Starbucks. That's like getting a McDonald's meal, number 2. Or is it number 1? The Big Mac's number 1, right? I think that's like $7.49 plus tax, so it comes out to like $10. So save yourself the fast food, save yourself the junk food for one meal out of the day, and you'll get a month's worth of membership exclusive insight from yours truly. All right. That's all I got to say about that, because again, join us on Discord. and no, in all seriousness, I mean, honestly, I'm going to be providing some legit stuff. And if you like to bet, for those gamblers out there, you guys know my track record. I get DMs. You guys all know what I predicted in the Super Bowl. You guys all know what I predicted during the pre-draft analysis. Those guys made it big. By big, I mean big. They made a lot of money. These hardcore gamblers made a lot of money. I was getting DMs. I know who they are. And truth be told, if you want that insight, you'll get your money back. Your return on your investment off one bet. And let's say you bet $10 on one bet and you get it right because you're in the BEASTwriter Plus membership. Boom. You're done. It's a wrap. You already made your money back. That's the value. That's the value. And here we go. Here we go talking about the game. The star Malachi Moore, number 14. Oh, that's not good news. Robinson going to the locker room, getting carted off the football field. That's not good. Brian Robinson was the team starter, and he split reps a little bit in the Ole Miss game last year. If you guys watched the Ole Miss game last year where Najee Harris fumbled inside the 1 yard line, that play should have been blown dead. That was his first fumble ever in his Alabama career, and it was a high-scoring affair. Brian Robinson was in the game, And he was basically splitting reps with Najee Harris before Najee Harris eventually took over. But I like Brian Robinson. Now he's out. Now they have Jace McClellan in there, who's a sophomore. So we're just going to see how that one plays out. That's a huge blow for the Roll Tide role with Brian Robinson out, because he was supposed to be that guy. Now they have to roll in with some sophomores. Will it be McClellan or will it be Trey Sanders? And I don't even know how that's going to play out, honestly, because I don't know those guys. They rarely played last year. So that's going to be a huge blow for them. All right, here's Will Anderson off the edge. Come on. Dang. All right, so now it's 4th down. I really wanted that sack for Will Anderson. As you can tell, I'm a huge Roll Tide Roll fan. Getting all excited here. 20-0. Roll Tide Roll is up on Miami. And as you guys are watching this, boom, another prediction. What did I say? I said the best edge rusher in 2022, and he's only a sophomore, is Will Anderson. Check out my Twitter receipts. They check out. And people say, no, bro, it's Kayvon Thibodeau of Oregon. It's like, no, bro, not really, not my grading system. Checks out. Look, you guys want the numbers? I already put it up there on Twitter, but here's the numbers. All right, my grading system, right? On the game grades that I got from the coach's film for college. By the way, shout out. I know I'm a Roll Tide Roll fan. I'm also an LSU fan because my boy Andre Carter, who's part of the BEASTwriter family, is coaching LSU defensive linemen. So he's the new D-line coach over there. And they are getting ready to play UCLA. So beat Chip Kelly in UCLA. Chip Kelly, like you, bro. Chip Kelly, for those who don't know, me and have a good working relationship during his tenure in San Francisco, his 1 year there. Basically, he said I asked really smart questions, and he's like, you ask really smart questions. I'm like, oh, thanks, coach. Because every time I ask him questions, bro, and you can talk to Curtis Modkins, who was the OC at the time. You can ask Jim O'Neill, who was a defensive back coach. I keep in touch with all these guys, by the way. Still, Jim O'Neill is now with Northwestern. Curtis Modkins is now with Denver, but Denver Broncos. But if you go back and I tweet this stuff out there, and you can see in the press conference, you're like, man, you talk like a coach. You talk like a scout. Okay, I like that. And then Chip Kelly goes, man, you asked some really good questions. So Chip Kelly, Andre Carter, I like both you guys. But if I had to pick one, I'm going to go with Andre Carter. That's my boy. So go Tigers, even though I'm a Roll Tide Roll fan. Got nothing but love for you LSU Tigers. All right. So let me just talk about that grading system, right? Pull it up here, right? Top edge rusher who graded at 6.9, right? In my grading system, Will Anderson. And again, I take the strength of competition, right? The strength of competition is different from the strength of schedule. Strength of competition is you can be on a bad team in college football, but if you're an NFL talented player, that's the strength of competition that you're being matched up. So I have an algorithm developed specifically for that. And you'll get all this in the BEASTwriter Plus membership. All right? You guys are wondering, what's that? BEASTwriter Plus membership. All right, another thing. All right, so let's look at on grade. Zach Harrison, right? If you're talking about strictly the 2022 NFL draft, Zach Harrison out of The Ohio State University by far will be this year's top edge rusher. Now, Will Anderson is my number 1 overall, but he's not even eligible for the 2022 NFL draft because he's a sophomore. Zach Harrison is going to be eligible. He will be, right, a top first-round pick. And people are sleeping on him because, again, why? Because people are box score readers. They don't know what the heck to look for. In my grading system, because I watch coaches' film on college film, yes, I do that. I do the legwork on that. That's how I formulate my analysis. Coming out of the Big Ten Power 5 conference, Zach Harrison, although he didn't put up the gaudy sack numbers that you would expect from a pure pass rushing presence, was graded at an 8.4, highest of any edge rusher in 2021 in my grading system. 8.4. Zach Harrison out of The Ohio State University. He will definitely be one of the top 3 edge rushers to come out of this 2022 NFL draft class. And here we are. I mean, honestly, guys, this is the BEASTwriter Plus exclusive insight you're getting, and you're getting it for free right now. This is what I'm talking about. Who is talking about the 2022 NFL draft? The people you follow, they always try to play catch up. No. Why? Why don't I do that? Because if you're going to talk about specifics, You don't want to take a cram course at the end of the year. You're going to have to do the legwork throughout the whole 365 calendar year. You can't just cram stuff and be like, oh, well, now that football's over, now let's go ahead and talk about the draft. No, you're already behind that 8 ball, bro. That's why we're doing it here. I mean, we're talking about it on a Saturday, and I'm putting this stuff out there. So when people report it, man, BEASTwriter reported this on September 4th, 2022. He said Zach Harrison was going to be the 2022 NFL Draft top edge rusher in his grading system with an 8.4 out of a 10. You guys want those games? I'll provide that. You'll be like, okay, so what's your grading system? That's a great question. In the BEASTwriter exclusive plus, I will go ahead and provide that exclusive content for you. Found nowhere else on the web. And the BEASTwriter Plus membership. So this is the type of stuff that you'll get. And you'll get a first look as to how I think, how I process information, what I look for. And so that way you guys can gain your own feedback. And you can be like, you know what? Wow, I didn't even see it from that perspective. That's actually good stuff. Or, man, how do you come up with that? Boom. It's right there for you. All right. Top edge rushers. Another one I really like is Texas A&M DeMarvin Leal. He is now a defensive end, but I see him in the NFL level more as a 3 technique, 4-3 defensive tackle. I see him as taking on multiple blockers rather than rushing off the edge. Now, he will be looked at as an edge rusher first before they decide to kick him inside. That's how NFL scouts do it. But ultimately, if you were to project, or if I was to project DeMarvin Leal, if a GM came to me like my boy Randy Miller, and he was a GM of an NFL team, say, hey, Ryan, what do you think of DeMarvin Leal? I'll be like, you know what? I know he's playing defensive end. Let's see if we can work him at defensive end. But based on his get off, I like to see him more as a 4-3, 3-tech defensive tackle. All right. And in my grading system, as a 4-3 defensive end, in my grading system, he definitely has first round talent. DeMarvin Leal out of Texas A&M, and he graded out at a 5.9 out of a 10. So 5.9 out of a 10 is borderline average, right? And that's not really good for college, right? And he's borderline average. And again, I think he's best suited for a 3-tech defensive end, 3-tech defensive tackle position as an IDL, interior defensive lineman, more so than a 4-3 defensive end, kind of like a Nick Bosa role. I just don't see that. I don't think he has a physique. I don't think he has a strong get off enough. He does have a strong spin move. He does have an array of pass rush moves off the edge where he can win with power and convert that speed to power. But ultimately, at the end of the day, I see him more as a 4-3 defensive tackle. And if you're a GM, if you're a scout, if you're a coach, you're going to want to put your players in the best position to make plays. And ultimately, my job is to project and predict. It's the player's job to perform. All right. So here we are talking about the game. A lot of good stuff here. All right. So we have Devontae Smith at the game. There's Devontae Smith. And again, beast. Devontae Smith, best wide receiver in this draft class. I'm going to say he's the best receiver in this entire draft class. Yes, that includes Kyle Pitts. I just like Devontae Smith. And now that's going against the grain a little bit because how many 165-pound wide receivers actually have Hall of Fame careers? Well, the closest guy who my comparison is Marvin Harrison for the Indianapolis Colts. Jamar Chase is my comparison to Reggie Wayne. Kyle Pitts is just different. I don't think we've ever seen a guy like Kyle Pitts. But if I was to make a comparison, if you watch what I had to say with Randy Miller, who hopped on the BWF as part of the BWF network, he agreed with me. We said Calvin Johnson, Megatron, even though he plays wide receiver and Kyle Pitts is more of a tight end, but he's lined up more at wide, more as an inline blocker. So, wow, touchdown. All right. So this guy, number 81, who I just said, I have no idea who he is, Cameron Latu. Let me tell you something. He's placing Miller Forrestal, number 87 from Alabama, right? Miller Forrestal is a guy, or more Miller Forrestal is a guy that I really liked at Alabama last year. He was, now he's in the NFL. I don't know if he got latched on by an NFL team. I think he went undrafted, or if he was drafted. I have to look at that. I want to know where Miller Forrestal's at. Miller Forrestal was good. I liked him, and I thought they were going to have some problems, but man, I guess in practice, Bryce Young was finding Katu more times than not, and now this year, you're really seeing it come to fruition. What NFL team is, okay. Oh, he was an undrafted rookie free agent. So Miller Forrestal wasn't even drafted, was picked up by the Titans, And yeah, as an undrafted rookie free agent. Interesting. Interesting for Miller Forrestal. Okay, so I don't know where he's at now, but I can definitely find out. All right, so I think that's going to wrap it up, guys. Again, if you liked what we had to say here in the BEASTwriter family, be sure to subscribe to us and follow us on Twitch TV, YouTube. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can follow us on Twitch. Please do so. Spread the word to all your family and friends. And also do yourself a favor and get that exclusive BEASTwriter Plus content by joining us on Discord. Thank you so much. Have a good day. BEASTwriter out.